Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break 'em.
These niggas grind hard, but these bitches grind harder. Climbing up the pole just to get out the bottom. The crowd below, stay ready for the show. The pimps, the dough, don't let it take your soul. We may falling on the sky look easy. Look at my bitches, gangsta walking on the ceiling. Green on the floor, money talk, can you hear me? The word is so addicting, the dreams is expensive, keep spending. Work hard for the talk, can't fall now, but whatever goes up must fall down. What you do when the power out? Kids home, can't do no but scream shout. We all two to live, but the different routes. Take the shit with shine, gotta make it count. Where you live and die by the paper route. You spend it down, just make it out.
Down in the valley where the girls get naked. If you throwing bands, then you know she gon' shake it. 1, 2, break 'em. 3, 4, break 'em.
What up, y'all? What up? What up? What up? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of the In the Zone podcast. If anybody that watches, you already know what we're about to talk about. That theme music is undeniable. You cannot not know it if you watch the show P Valley. Hey, so we're gonna break it down today. Let me introduce my guest host. All neophytes now that I'm thinking about it. Yes, this is exciting. First, welcome to my girl Nicole Askew. What's going on, lady?
Askew Gully.
Askew. I was going to say Gully. That Askew shit can go.
Yeah, it really can. It really can.
Hey, and then I got my cuz on the line. What's going on, JP?
Hey, I'm
And
ready.
then, you ready? I see you got your little background going. I see you got your, yep, And then y'all know this. Y'all already know this one. This goes without saying. My girl Monique, what's happening, baby?
Hi. You have had a plethora of all the different modes this week. You had me in politics and deep conversation the other night. Now you got me over here sexy talking about the pink.
Uncle Clippers rule number 57 for the pink. Be flexible.
That's right.
Hey, y'all. So
Brian, you have to say it correctly. It's the pank.
the pank. I'm sorry.
Pank.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. The first 2-3 episodes, I had to turn on the closed caption. I didn't know what the fuck they was saying. I was like,
that's that Chuckalisa, Mississippi. You ain't.
Listen.
That's that
You got
Mississippi.
the draw. You gotta.
by the fourth episode, I was in though. By the fourth episode, I was catching it.
Okay.
So for anybody that does not watch, and let me say this up front, I owe my viewing pleasure to Miss Spence. We were camping and she was like, "Do you watch P Valley?" I was like, "What the fuck is P Valley?" I thought it was a reality show about strippers. I had no idea it was like a scripted TV series. And she was like, "Oh no, you gotta watch." And I don't even have Stars, and somehow I found a way to watch it. So if you don't know, the show is about strippers. I don't even know how else to say it. It's about a strip club in Mississippi, and all of the dancers and bouncers and the owner and everything that kind of revolves around this world that's based around the strip club called the Pank. Now, if you've ever been to Arnie's, and I know a lot of you have, Arnie's is the Ritz compared to the Pank. The Pank is a hole in the wall Mississippi strip club, but it looked like a good time.
But I can say this though, at least the paint got a real pole. Sorry,
Oh, Arnie's got a pole.
it ain't that high.
It ain't that high. I give you that. The Pink does have some high ass ceilings. I will give it that.
Yes.
And it
They
is
carved them ceilings out just for poles.
just for the pole. And it is riverfront property, so we're not gonna completely diss the Pank.
There you go.
But anyway, so the show's about this young lady that escapes the floods and winds up at the Pink, and she's obviously got a history, a past that she's running from and a future she's trying to run to. So the story really revolves around this young lady named what's her real name?
Amber.
Haley.
Haley is her real name.
Haley.
Well, Amber is a stripper name?
No, Autumn is her stripper.
Autumn Night is a stripper name.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Another stripper club I made up.
Which show you looking at? And not your stripping name. Sorry.
So she winds up in the Pink and
Hank.
the Pank. I'm sorry, the Pank.
We
And
gonna
it
get
goes
together.
from there. we're gonna talk about everything that happens while it happens. So let me ask you all this. Let's start it off. Mo, since you put me on the show, how did you find out about the show? What do you think about it? Like, what draws you into these characters? Give me a breakdown.
Oh my God. I really do love the show. And so what you got for me was all like real fan energy, because that's how serious I'd be about this show. But you know what? On my page, actually, somebody suggested, I was talking about, running out of stuff to watch. And they were like, are you watching P-Valley? This is only second episode. So when I got in, it was, like week 2. And when I saw Uncle Clifford, it really was first time a character that was equally as dope, male manicured as female face beat that we've ever seen in TV. Now, in real life, back from the baton to the biology bar, I done seen a plenty in real life that, cross all the waters. But this on TV, this is the first time I've seen that. And then you work in that it's not reality type, that it's real stories. And Autumn's got a real story. And Mercedes is the classic stripper gone, gonna make my dream come true story. But I loved all of it immediately. And when we talk about favorite scenes, I'll tell you how I got hooked forever.
All right, that's what's up. Nicole, how'd you get drawn in?
Well, I was seeing the commercials on Stars. So I was like, okay, I'm going to check this out. The first episode, I was turned off. I was like, you could just smell the cooch through the TV. I was like, I can't do this. Oh, no, this is just too much for me. And I like Ratchet, So.
No.
And so Michael started watching it. He was like, by the third episode, he was like, give it a chance. Go back. I was like, all right. So I suffered through 2. By the third one, I was like, I love them girls. Sadie's my best friend. Now I cannot imagine life without the Pank. I just can't. I just like the fact it's real stories. Now, Uncle Clifford was not, I'm one of those ones that's not into Uncle Clifford, but he's funny and he's real. And that's the world we live in. And I'm glad we have a space for Uncle Clifford to exist.
Look at, you know what that is? Growth.
I know, growth.
That's growth coming from you. Look at you, girl. Go ahead, J-Time. What got you invested in the Pank?
Now you want to put like an accent.
Well, now y'all done corrected me 6 times.
Well, what got me interested? I started watching it. I saw the advertisements. I knew it was coming. And I was over my best friend's house and she was like, did you see the first episode? I missed it, right? So she put it on for me. I watched it. I got hooked actually the first episode. And let me just say this.
Big Mike.
That music,
Yes.
pulled in. Like, I need the soundtrack like today.
Yes.
Everything about it though, that's how it is in the Delta, like that deep in the Delta for people living there. Like it's real situations. So I'm hooked.
Totally.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. All right, so Monique put me on. I was like, all right, let me check this out. And I think, as now I'm thinking about it, I think Stars had like a free weekend, a week or something. Okay. That's how I wound up checking it out. So I'm like, all right, I got some free Stars. Let me see what's up. I was like, at least I see some booty shaking and clapping, if nothing else. So that's what originally made. I was like, strippers, Mercedes. Okay, shit, let me see some booty clap. But I'm gonna tell you what hooked me. And I know this don't speak to Nicole much, but Uncle Cliff is what hooked me. That dude is hilarious.
Yeah,
I guess I can call him a dude. He is hilarious. They are hilarious. Right. Like everything that comes out their mouth is pure gold. Comedy.
The best one-liners.
Gold.
The best.
Yeah. And anybody, I tell you what, anybody that's that comfortable in their own skin, even if it's just a portrayal, I gotta respect. Might not be my thing. I might not kick it with Uncle Cliff. I might though, shit. But you know,
why not?
Yeah, I'm about to say actually I probably would kick it with Uncle.
That'll be a good time. I guarantee it.
A guaranteed good time.
A guaranteed good time. But just that portrayal of that character is what kind of was like, okay, this is a little different. This is a different space we're operating in. And just, you know, it's a show about a strip club. Has that ever been done before? Nothing I can think of.
No, not like surely not a black strip club and a black business, and surely not showing off Mississippi and the Delta. Surely that hasn't even been portrayed like this way in a positive way or a quasi-positive way. I mean, they own the shit. They might be in debt with it, but they own it. You know, like none of that has been a conversation before. And to your point about Uncle Clifford, like sealing the thing, it's either what makes it work for you or what makes you say you can't watch it. And for me, that also became a defining factor. I had a really good friend of mine who listens to all my TV suggestions because Mo knows good TV. And but he was like, I got to episode 4 and it was, you know, and I can't watch that shit. And so I said, I'm gonna challenge you to go back and I'm gonna say that you can. And the thing that, although it's not my favorite scene, but what it was one of the most powerful scenes I've ever seen done, because they simultaneously wove in enough booty shaking from Mississippi that even when you thought you needed to look away, they got you. There's an ass in your face and there's money and you're okay. And then it was over, right? They did safe sex in that scene. They did a lot that has never happened on TV.
And I like the fact you see strippers as humans. I mean, you think about it, growing up, I would say that back in the day, you know, you would shun a stripper. A stripper, you wouldn't exactly try to be friends with the stripper. The stripper wasn't even, you know, outright posting, showing off that she was a stripper. She tried to downplay. But now everybody, you know, hoes be winning now. That's the world we live in. So
why they gotta be hoes? Why they gotta be hoes?
Some people,
I mean, they
honestly,
hoes, but the term hoes be winning, hoes be winning. I mean, if too bad nobody wants an old hoe, then life will be different for a lot of people I know.
How old is old? It's a sliding scale. What you
like
say,
we can range on this old hoe thing.
That's right.
I mean, the bodies are different. We're preserved a little longer now, so
that is very true. That is very true.
Hey,
I like me a vintage babe. I don't know what you're talking about.
What you say? Corvettes and bitches, right?
listen, while we're talking about Uncle Clifford, I don't want to take away from the show, but he is, if you watch True Blood back in the day on HBO, if you remember the character Lafayette, he is like Lafayette 3.0.
Oh, I heard about that. Somebody else had suggested that and said that this was now. But did you know that Uncle Clifford, or the guy who is Uncle Clifford,
I think his name is like Anon or something like that.
Yeah, he did this in the stage play that was this before it adapted to television. And so the writer, Kofi, I think is her name, developed this as a stage play. So Uncle Clifford has been living and embodying this character for a long time.
That's why he's so natural.
That's why he is Uncle Clifford.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask y'all this, since I have all ladies on the panel. So the sexual content between, and if you don't watch, my bad, we're gonna find out eventually anyway, between Uncle Cliff and Lil Murda. How does that settle with you as a viewer?
Well, can I just say, since we on the subject, when Lil Murda did the spit, I was like, oh my God, I think we went too far, because all of us have experienced the spit. And I'm like, they just got real on here. That was too much for me. I'm not gonna lie.
Spit. I'm not sure what you're alluding to. What are you saying?
When he lubricated with spit, and he just spit came, and it was slow motion dripping down.
It was a trickle. I was like, oh.
Oh, y'all are hilarious. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And when Uncle Clifford and Murda was in the car, I'm like, did Uncle Clifford get fingered? How did that work?
That's a lot of limbs.
I thought he was just jagging them off. That's what I thought.
Well, the way Uncle Clifford was acting, he got fingered.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
Maybe.
It was like Titanic. The windows were steamed up.
And he came back skipping into the pink. I was like, okay.
He didn't give a fuck the pink was closing. He was
good. At all. Motherfucker, I don't care.
They skipped through the woods back.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
I was done. I was like, over the river and through the woods.
Were you comfortable with her? Like, or was
I
even
was
for a
fine.
female, was this kind of like, ooh, snap?
I
Yeah,
was like, this really happens in all sexual relationships. There you have it.
Yeah.
yeah. I was fine. You know, I'm a lover and an advocate for the kids, and so I have been a gay friendly friend for a very long time. And though I don't run into my friends' sexual encounters ever, I'm not turned off or like shocked or dismayed or anything like that. And I don't mean to switch shows on y'all, but there was, interestingly enough, a very similar scene in Lovecraft Country a couple weeks ago.
Yes, it was.
And so what it is that we as heterosexuals do not have aggressive sex always that same way that men have sex. And to really understand what that is I just, you know, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's interesting because, you know, as most men, particularly on social media, like, that shit, I don't want to see that shit and blah, blah, blah. Personally, didn't faze me one bit. It is what it is. It ain't my penis. So rock on, fellas. Do your thing. I'm cool with it. And let's be honest, ladies, Lil Murda set up a little romantic scene with them little lights and them little candles and got the stove to power.
He did.
Shit, I was like, goddamn, Murda. Let me write that down. I'm just fucking do this shit.
Lil Murda and Uncle Clifford are courting. Like
your relationship, text messages.
Yes.
Yeah, all of it.
And can we talk about how Uncle Clifford was balled up in the bed with his buddies when he got the text message? I'm like, damn.
I felt all of that.
I felt every inch of that.
Like,
I went and looked at my husband like,
this.
You give me those feelings.
Yes.
Like with that head wrap on and all. Man, I felt all of that.
I wanted some footies. I went and ordered me some footies with the little balls on. I am not gonna even lie.
Now you know they got you when you're taking fashion tips from Uncle Clifford.
That's right. That's right.
Don't talk about his fashion because he got some stuff. I'm like, oh, I actually
when he wore the Black Panther get up to the rally, that shit had me on the floor.
Wait, but what about that red dress?
The parasol
umbrella.
The parasol when he went to visit the plantation. That is
oh my God. Oh my God.
That was hilarious.
He came marching through with the little boots.
Booty up in the air.
And the hairdo, the nice bun.
Yes.
Like, okay, Uncle Clifford, okay.
All right, hold on. We here now. Let's jump into it. So what are some of we already kind of went down this path. What are some of your favorite scenes, individual scenes? Look, go ahead, Mo.
I'm gonna go next. I got one.
Okay. So this is when I knew it was a show that was gonna be like nothing else. When Mercedes beat her mama down to the ground. I said, oh my God, I gotta wait till next week to see what happened. I was like, once I put my mouth back together, I was like, TV ain't did this before. Like, when you intersect that church and that deceit and that all that thing, that's when they had me for sure. Hey, puppy.
I have to say, I have two favorite scenes. One was the shot of Mercedes walking for her last dance in that outfit.
Yes.
I was like, oh my God, look at Sadie's. That outfit in her body was everything.
It was.
And then my other favorite scene is Loretta Devine, because Loretta Devine, that's how my mama is in real life.
Okay.
And Loretta Devine said, ooh, he came out the coochie twitching.
Yes!
I hollered. So those are my two favorite scenes.
She lends an air of credibility to the whole show, right? That's crucial. Her and my man that plays the mayor. His name just flew out of my head.
Isaiah Washington.
Yeah. And I was just happy to see him acting too.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see him back, and he is one of my favorite scenes actually. So that's a good segue. Just meeting him and just seeing his like dynamic. He pulls up in this navigator or escalator, whatever. He just got out. He looked like a pimp.
He did.
He is a pimp. What are you talking about? He is a pimp.
Gold suit, jogging suit, like
Chain out.
talking more shit than a little bit. Yeah.
Yes.
One of my favorites. And then she had that whole episode that PTSD hit her.
Yo, yes.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But
I got a couple.
What were your favorites?
I like the scene where Mercedes is walking Autumn around and she's showing her like where the real money is.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
She's like, oh, what about him? Look, the collar, he still got the tag in the suit, blah, 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 blah. She's like, how do you see that? So to watch her just kind of walk around and dissect dudes and be like, see that right there? He's in the cut. He's chilling. He's real relaxed about his. Look at his pockets. You can see the little knot, blah, blah, blah. She was like, dang. So I thought that was kind of, as a connoisseur of strip clubs when I'm out of town, now I know how to curry the favor of the young ladies. I also like the scene with Isaiah Washington when his godson comes to him and is like, he was all arrogant about it and like we stuck it to him and yada yada. He was like, boy, I will fuck you up. Who paid for your Morehouse education when your parents couldn't? Your God daddy. You don't know shit about what I struggled through. But like he just broke him down about everything that could be good that's coming to the Valley because of what he's trying to do. Even though it's self-serving, it's not all self-serving. And he's so young and dumb and idealistic, he don't get it and what's happening. And that I'll still whoop your little young ass. That scene is dope to me. And then of course, when what's the Drake looking bouncer's name? What's that dude's name?
Diamond.
Diamond.
Yeah.
When Diamond finally puts paws on Mississippi's man.
Oh yeah.
One, I was shocked that Mississippi's man had a little gun. Oh shit, he ain't going to get his ass. We'll be throwing hands. Okay, white boy, let's go. But he just had it coming so much, and Diamond been so like nice to her and ready to whoop his ass. Finally got his chance.
He
right?
liked her.
Yeah, and then she pulled a pistol on him. I'm like, oh, come on, Mississippi.
But why do we do that? Why do we do that? Why do we then stop the person who's trying to protect and defend us? And why do we do that?
Please don't get the domestic violence advocates started because it's something you don't understand, yada, yada, yada. Mississippi getting her ass whooped and she chose the man who's whooping her ass. And that's all I got for it. I don't understand it. So I stay out that lane. That's not my lane. So I stay out of it.
Most people.
I think that, I think it's one of those that we have all learned as a people. You like, oh yeah, no, until you want to see that be different, you carry on, and that's just, it's a healthy way to stay friends and family with your peoples.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, mm-hmm. There's got to be some Stockholm syndrome type effect to that, right? Like, absolutely. I'm so invested in this and you, and we got this crazy connection, and we got a baby, and yada yada yada. And when
once there's a baby involved, it's people think that I'm destined to have to go through this for the rest of my life, whatever it is, But yeah, but that also leads into a lot of what I respected about, if you remember the scene of Mercedes' last day turning in her money, and Uncle Clifford says, turn around. That's the last I want to see you, the last time I want to see you, last way I want to see you look or whatever. I thought that was like, now that's how to keep somebody from coming back to the money that's cracked versus the real world, and her subscription model ain't gonna come in the way that money at the bank come in. But I really like that they try to add these bigger life, weave in these life situations into this show. And so no matter who you are, you either see yourself or you see somebody in the layers of these characters, which is why it is such brilliant writing, and it's not a show about a damn strip club.
It's about
the strip club is strip club is just the base of where it all happens, but it's really not a show about the strip club.
That's a good point to time. It's about family, a sisterhood, because at the end of the day, they still look out for each other, and they're there for each other. I mean, I could do without Gidget, but
Oh, I was wondering when you was gonna take a shot at Gidget. I was
could
waiting
do
on
without
it.
Gidget, but what's Black life without some white hoe? I mean, that's just the way it is.
Damn.
That's just the way it is.
It only took 27 minutes. I'm shocked.
I
It
was
took 27 minutes
Nicole
to get-
asked you go.
Wait, I was about to say, so that's why Nicole on the show.
Monique, I'm the wild card.
Yes.
And here I thought it was me. We good. We good.
You like, you're mild.
She ain't even got started yet. That's a scary
Wait, I'm
part.
like, you gave me license to cut out.
Yes. Oh, Lord.
Monique, walk in your truth, girl. Do it.
Don't y'all get a little praise circle happening here. We're not having it. But
Look.
speaking of your least favorite character, Nicole, who are your favorite characters? I think I already know who your favorite character is, but who are some of your other ones?
Sadie's is my BFF in my head. Grandma, Loretta Devine, and Thomas Jones, just because he Thomas Jones. I mean, oh my God.
The neighbor, Mercedes, friend with she's walking the dog, comes to the,
Yes.
Okay.
he was going to be for murder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thomas Jones is Thomas Jones.
Okay. Okay. Little Murder is one of my favorites, yo. Like, so this is where the one scene was that, right? But you know how you just be living your life, you know, you be in the shower and it be something in your head, right? And one day I'm in there and I'm slathering, and all of a sudden in my head I hear over love. I was like, oh shit, Little Murder just made it in the shower. I was like, where can I download this shit? So I had to get out the shower, find it on YouTube. I was like, now that is good music. When it done made it out of the show, into my head in the shower, shit.
Mm-hmm.
So Lil Murder is at the top of my list of like favorites, because when he was outside and his song started playing, I felt all of that. When it's in there, it's me, that's my shit. Like, no. I felt his whole heart, like his whole heart.
His whole entire heart.
His whole heart. Jatan, who's your favorite character?
Uncle Clifford is first, of course.
Okay. Well, yeah, he just tops up there.
Everybody's favorite character, right? The mayor.
Oh.
I want to see more from the mayor, but it's just like the one-liners, like when he's in a car with his godson, when he's in there with Andre talking to him, you know, after, you know, the whole thing when he found out the papers had got leaked, he was like, is you fucking Uncle Clifford? It's just the way he says stuff, like, I'm like, this dude is funny. I'm going to Isaiah Washington back. He crooked, but you know.
I think you got a little thing for Isaiah Washington. That's what I think.
I actually, you know what he reminds me of too? He reminds me of like Pinky.
From Friday?
Yeah. I'm just waiting on him to like
a little bit. I can see that.
I can see that.
Yeah, I'm happy to see him back, because it was bad what happened with him on the other show, but
yeah,
it's
but
good.
He's a Trump supporter.
I'm not happy about that, but wise.
He did get a raw deal on Grey's Anatomy. But then you come out, you're a Trump supporter. See, I was rooting for you, because I can't even say motherfucker the way he do it. He said it from the depths of his soul, and I'm just like, I want to learn how to say it that way. Okay, can I ask a question? Was I the only person looking for Chuckaloosa on the map? Because I was going to Chuckaloosa.
Everybody looking for Chuckaloosa.
Because I really want to go visit. I wanted to go to the Pink. I did. It's like real to me. The Pink is real to me. I'm sitting up here right before the last episode. I'm sitting outside on the patio, and Michael goes, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Well, I don't understand how come they can't just renovate the Pink. I mean, I don't understand why they can't just move somewhere else." And we got into a deep discussion. Finally, he said, "This is a TV show. This is life." I was like, "Oh, you're right, but I'm just worried about the Pink because it means so much to people. I mean, it does. You just got out of control.
Let's talk about that a little bit. This $55,000, the way that money was rolling in there.
Why they ain't got that?
People was coming in.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me where that money went.
Exactly. I kept saying they clearly made 55 grand last night. Like, what the fuck is the problem?
Yeah.
That's what I kept saying. And even if they all had to pull in one night of money to save everybody's job.
That lady brought her whole divorce settlement.
Yes.
And spent it.
Yes.
So why are we looking for $55,000?
Okay, can we, Brian, did you tell us your favorite character?
Not yet, but I got another question since we're asking questions.
Okay.
So when we first meet Little Murder, he walks in with the bag full of cash, right? Not as much as he said it was, but he still had all the cash. Where the
Right.
fuck he got all that money from?
He little murder.
He
Right.
murdered somebody for it?
He little murder. I don't know.
Because he clearly ain't got no money. So
No more. He ain't got no more.
I
That's
want to
all he
say that he is a street pharmacist.
I guess.
We're going to find out more, I guess, season 2, but.
I hope so.
Because when
I love when she said, so do you love murder? You do little murders as opposed to big murders?
when they first introduce him like he's kind of a big time rapper, right? He walks in with his bag, blah 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 blah. Then I see his car, and I'm like, wait a minute, this motherfucker ain't got no. Wait, who?
He ain't got no.
He happened to get a song at the Pank. Wait a minute, I'm thrown off here.
But that's how they do it. They're flashy with the clothes. The cars are old school. They might be run down to you, but their cars are everything to them.
They classic though.
Yeah,
classic.
Yes. If classic mean old, yeah, they classic. That's no, so so obviously, Uncle Cliff, like, whenever you get back on screen, I'm like, let's go, Cliff, say some craziness. I really like all of them. I low key like Diamond because, first of all, he like a tough Drake, and that's just funny to see all in and of itself. Then he called my man. He said Barack Obama can get in. That shit had me rolling. I was like, Barack Obama.
That was cute. That was cute.
Yeah, and he
played
just
Barack Obama in the movie though.
Right.
Oh, sure did. That's right. I forgot about that. So little double entendre there, huh? And you could just tell like he rough and he tumble, but he got like a good heart. He don't have a whole lot of scenes, but every time he has a scene, he got like just good energy about him. Like I could roll, like this could be my dude, because I know we gonna have a good time. And if it go down, be like, hey, Dan, whoop his ass. Because I ain't gonna whoop his ass. Whoop his ass.
Now, what's so funny about hearing you say that dude, like that's how you get typecast, because I can't stand him on the haves and the have-nots. And I am mad that I have ever watched. I know. I'm mad that I have watched the haves and the have-nots, but how that same guy on there, he a little slow, and I just, so seeing him on here, I'm like, oh, okay, I make it like you. But since this is your first viewing of him, if you go and look at him in an episode of Have and Have-Nots, you'd be like, what's wrong with it?
What's wrong with him?
Monique, it's growth.
All right, so what's your favorite episode?
Oh, before we do episodes, can we talk one time for the rules?
Go, run through them.
Yes. I mean, because like the rules is important. Okay.
Run through 'em.
Rule number 1, let that stage be a stepping stone, not your tombstone.
There you go. Don't die there.
Right? Rule number 2, because at first I thought that was, I was like, oh, we got some rules in order and shit, but no. Rule number 2, always know where the exit in this bitch is, because you never know when you got to turn a window into a door.
Oh my God, I love that one. Every time I go to work and we at a meeting, I have to look for the exit because I need to know how the hell I'm gonna get up out of here.
I know that's right. Rule number 24.5.
No
crying at the paint.
No crying. No crying
at the paint.
Uncle Cliff broke that a time or two, but we're gonna let him slide. Go ahead.
Right. Rule number 54 though, we don't do tax evasion. They maybe should have, and they might have had that money for that thing. But anyway,
Our president, why shouldn't they? Shit.
Right. Rule number 55.99. Even when there ain't no money raining, dance like it's your last night.
Yes.
Rule number 57. No coins in a G-string. Only dollars. I mean,
that should be an obvious. You have to make that a rule. Should that be obvious?
Right, I'm like that, just like,
I need for you to make it rain.
okay, don't be coming in no clink clink.
What if it's Bitcoin? Bitcoin, did that work? No, we're not doing.
That's right.
Just,
See, the
Come on about this coin you got, girl.
Lift in the G-string.
Yes. Like, high five through the screen on that shit. Where we at? Okay, rule number 67. Contrary to Chuckalisa belief, ain't no hoes in this house.
hoes and
I wonder what the WAP would have to say about that.
WAP would disagree vehemently.
And always remember, closed legs still get fed. Remember, before you enter the paint, no funny money, no bullets, and no motherfucking chips.
I don't get why we can't eat chips at the Pink. I just don't understand.
Right, the pig ain't no high-end establishment. Why can't I eat chips in this motherfucker?
Ain't no touching on these floors. I don't know.
You gonna eat chicken wings? Yeah, chips might be a little slippery when you got
right.
If
when
you
got
black,
the heel
how can you not like salt and sour vinegar chips?
You can
it
have
seemed like the Pink was selling. It seemed like the Pink was selling that and fried pickles and shit like that. Seemed like it'd be perfect at the Pink.
Ooh, fried pickles, yes, and chicken wings.
But how did Lil Murda know that they need to be pan seared and then seal in the flavor? Lil Murda came through with the.
Lil Murda is a Renaissance man, don't you know?
Lil Murda wants to be a chef
and a rapper. But how about for the high school kid that's the DJ?
DJ. Right.
I love him.
DJ.
I love him.
But can we talk about Lil Murda looks like he needs a shower? He looks like a little dirty. That's what he looks like.
Dirty.
Did life happen that you didn't have a shower for years and you ain't caught up yet to polish? Can he exfoliate or some shit? Because he just looks dirty. He got that dingy skin. He too young to have dingy skin.
That's what growing up in the Delta do to you.
He gotta have a little scruff to him. He's not gonna be polished.
Thomas Jones got scruff. Lil Murda looked dirty. He looked like that nigga.
Thomas Jones has and buff.
Oh,
Lil Murda is
Lil Murda looked like we took a shower once a week because that's when we can afford to take the shower. And you don't shower, your skin get dingy and that shit build up and he ain't learned how to exfoliate. That nigga look dirty. He can't do nothing for me. I'm sorry.
Well, good thing he ain't looking for you. He ain't checking for you because he's checking for Clifford.
Good thing.
Because he is so checking for Clifford.
See, Monique, we told you.
I was just about to say, and that is why Nicole is on the show. and see, I thought I was like, "Ooh, they gonna talk about me because I done dressed risque for the podcast." But no, then there's Nicole, and I am totally normal.
There's a balance here. I do these things strategically.
We're here for the people. We're here for the people.
We're here for you people. As a matter of fact, shout out Roz, Steph, who else watching? Amanda, Miss Woods, Vanetta, Toy, Lanita, Noble, Tony, Jay. What's going on, all y'all? I'll see y'all out there watching.
Hey, y'all.
All right, so favorite episode.
Oh, favorite episode.
5.
All right, what's 5?
Episode 5, look, I had to take a note. It was Belly. So that was the one after Mercedes fought her mama. Sorry, I'm going to do it like this. Sadie fought her mama, Patrice.
Mm-hmm.
And she went to jail, that whole thing, and they were bailing
her
out.
They went to jail together.
Yes, and they fought again in jail. And the police, like the dude who arrested her, he was nice and warm to her still. I mean, it was just a lot. And that's also when Sadie's and Autumn, Haley, formed a bond in a relationship. She stopped. That was the point when the hazing stopped for her. So I like that. That's when you start to see their sisterhood come together, which played out later in the season.
Yeah, I gotta say my favorite, though I had some pieces from everyone. I think in 7 or 8, whatever the finale, I think they wrapped it in such a way that was not predictable, unexpected, but kind of touched on all the things that had happened throughout the season, and then getting to the end and Autumn by the shit, it just was like, come on TV, I can't wait for season 2, because they left it in a great way where you can see how all these things in the story could develop and be different, but now we know some stuff is going to stay the same. So 7 was my favorite, because I thought they brought it together real good.
I have to agree. That was my favorite episode. And the nonverbal communication between Autumn and Andre.
Yeah.
And his wife, she was hot. Because she, as a woman, but Andre made it clear he was cheering for them. He is on their side. So I just like the whole, and we had to dress up for the funeral.
Oh, yes.
And when Grandma Loretta wanted to drive and she can't see, that was hilarious to me. She was going, let me drive. No, we can't let you do that. But
I've been there enough times. I know how to get to that motherfucker.
And so when the season finale was over, I was like, so now do we renovate the Pink? Do we move from the Pink? I mean, I had so many questions that I love the way they did that, because it made me want more. I wasn't like, okay, that's it. And they didn't put a bow on it. I like shows don't put a bow on it. We didn't have a happy ending. It's evolved.
Yeah. I think that episode was probably my favorite episode too, for a variety of reasons that you all have already kind of stated. Like I said earlier, my man finally got to put hands on Mississippi's boy, so I've been waiting on that the whole season. It really is just this, and at the auction, like you all said, this. So Andre told his wife, like, ain't nothing down here for me to be out doing. It's like, ain't no good looking women down here, blah, blah, blah. And then there's
look right over. Right.
He can't play this shit off at all. Like his whole body language. I'm like, bro, straighten up. Don't even look over there. What are you doing? And he keeps. The wife is clearly picking up what he putting down. It's like, oh, say no good looking women, honey. All right, that's good. All right.
The lies you tell.
The lies you tell. And that's y'all bidding you do something. And this way his uncle's like losing it. And, but I do have a question about that episode. Like I always got a question. So she spent what, 250? Is that what something like that? $250,000? So we are to assume that Mercedes shot the ex, right? That's why she's all fucked up. She comes in and she's like, oh, last night, and Loretta was like, last night was last night, it's a new day, and she all broke up. I'm assuming she's the one that killed dude. And but Amber said, Autumn says that she owes Uncle Clifford, so that's why she bought it. Why does she owe Uncle Clifford? And is the Pink really worth $250? Why don't you just go buy some? I know there's a personal attachment to it and history and yada yada yada. But if you're gonna spend $250,000, we could build a new Pink, like some real nice shit.
Well, remember that the whole thing was about the auction and the land and the casino and stuff coming. So they want the Pink to stay right there where it is. So that's a bigger investment. It's not.
So they can make more money off the. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so I need to own
all the highways right there.
Yeah, lease the land, or like dude is doing, like the other people are doing, getting a lease deal or buy me out. But it was worth way more, but they owned it, was undervalued. So at $250, it's still going to cost or be worth more than that.
Fair enough. And I don't think they want to sell it. I think they say if there's a casino,
exactly, we want to sell.
There'll be plenty of business for the Pink.
So exactly. To that point, I love what you're saying, because I even love the way Andre went in with the brothers. The whole signing of that, and because it was under duress, he knew what to do. He changed those documents up and got the deal right for Corbin, so that he secured. And to Brian's point, he secured everything so that the ladies, he was on their side. The ladies could still have drinks.
Still had a pack.
Those brothers, you pull out the gun. That's what we doing.
That's
Right.
And I thought that was just that episode.
But even then, even when he pulled out the gun, if you pay attention, he didn't really sign the joint. He fake signed the joint. And so he would put the gun down so he could see if it was loaded or not. He never signed that document. My man was not going. He was not moving. He's actually an underrated character as well. The half black brother that didn't want. Yeah, he's underrated. He had his little needs, but he also was, he was strong in his conviction and like, nah, y'all just want to, it's funny. He had more or has more affinity towards their father than they do, right? And he's the one that's been like rejected,
ostracized.
Yeah, but he's the one that's like daddy's legacy and this, that, and the other. And he wanted us to keep. They like, fuck daddy. We don't right. Why we even talk about this dude? But it's interesting how they pulled him in.
They entitled little pricks with that white privilege.
Yeah. Oh, it was privilege smeared all over that.
Yes.
For the first episode, whenever you see a dude in a button-down, full-length sleeve shirt and some like peach or pink pants shorts, he ain't like, you already know.
Yeah, I was done when they were like, he's out there, right by the cotton. Pick some.
Right.
Right.
That thing right there, I was like, that'll make you fight.
Right. And they was like, oh no, people come and they pick like as souvenirs. I see what you did. I see what you're doing.
Yeah. That right there. It's a no for me.
All right. So this is a good segue. What are your least favorite characters, scenes, storylines? What are you kind of like, I could do without this or them?
Gidget. I mean, like seriously. All Black folks don't interact with white folks on a daily basis. Now, because of the profession I'm in, I have to interact with white folks. But why everything we do, we can't have nothing that's Black without one of they white asses hopping in.
But she the minority,
the best part about Gidget, she got the drug problem. So meth on, bitch. I'm glad.
But I thought her mama had the drug problem.
Well, her ass popped the pills too, and her boyfriend play her. So good. I like that aspect of it. That Gidget is not the sawed-off white girl. She just a damn poor white trash. All right, power to the people.
She part of the Holy Trinity, though. She part of the Holy Trinity.
She's part of the Holy Trinity. Oh Lord, Nicole don't like Gidget. Don't you ask this question no more? Shit.
This is Monique. This is a setup. I already know where Nicole is going.
Monique, when she walked her white ass on the screen, I was like, "Here we go, here we go." We always gotta have some down ass white chick. I mean, it's always some down ass white chick. Here this bitch go. I mean, for real. Like, we went out last night, social distancing. We realized Rona is real, but it was nice. It was Black folks, and not near white bitch walked her ass up in there. Now they may have walked up in there after we left, but it was none.
Unfiltered. You had a good time.
Unfiltered.
Mike, like, girl, if you don't stop cussing out white people on this podcast. Jatan, what you got?
Least favorite character, but they matter and they are a big part of it is, of course, Patrice Woodbine. You stole from your daughter. Her 20 stacks. I mean, it's just the least favorite because we really need to, I need her whole backstory. Let me say.
I was going to say, I hate it, but I need more on that.
I need it because I'm like, even the situation on how, Mercedes has her daughter, how did you raise her?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you put her out to that man.
And who raised you? Really, Patrice Woodbine.
Like, you are to blame for the thing that you're shunning.
Woodbine, using the whole government name. Patrice Woodbine.
That's what you say. But think about Sadie. Sadie say Patrice Woodbine.
Right.
She don't call her mama. That's Patrice Woodbine.
But how about I actually want more on the storyline. Jatana, let me just tell you, your necklace is doing all the things.
All the
It's
gleaming, all the brightness.
Like, girl, it looked like a filter coming off your whole neck right there. Get it, girl. It's been catching the thing the whole time. I'll be like, squirrel, what's going on? But what they showed with Patrice and the pastor. And so he gaslights her by telling her, I could putting a woman on the pulpit, and then immediately comes and extinguishes her ass and says, get your ass off that microphone. You can't do nothing but sing. Yeah. I feel like that is they could do a whole episode on that content and what that really does, because that is some real life shit. And so many women who feel anointed or, spoken to don't get their chance because so many churches are really like that.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
That's true.
That's a good point. So Monique, who's your least favorite character?
I probably gotta say Patrice too, because she evokes something in me that makes me want to fight her. Mm-hmm. Like it's something real nasty, and it happened. I mean, it all came out all at that door by the gym.
By the church.
Exactly.
It ain't no gym. It's the church.
Yeah. It's my gym.
Quit playing, Ma. Quit playing, Ma. I ain't got time for that. And when the real estate, now let me tell you who my absolute least favorite character is. I have one worse than her. The real estate bitch. I wanted to kill her.
Oh, because she
one time.
She stepped out of there so fast.
I wanted to kill her when she said a subscription model. Big subscription model to both, Netflix. I wanted to go in on her. And then when she sold the shit to Patrice Woodbine, I was like, oh, I'm done with all of you real estate ladies.
Yeah, your word ain't shit. And you fled fast as hell. Like,
yes.
She was like, oh, time to go.
Right.
She knew. She didn't want those hands though. She did not.
She did not want those hands. She's smart for getting out of there quick.
Right.
Because I think Sadie's could have took both of their ass.
She was.
Hey, look, when she said, that's your mama? Oh shit.
Honestly, I'm not a big fan of Mississippi. She's a gorgeous girl. But Mississippi, I can't do the dumbest box of rocks chick. I
don't think she's dumb.
But she's dumb. All I have is my looks. I was like,
she's insecure.
She's not dumb. In episode 5, that's when you start to see her coming into her. She's like, marketing.
Yes.
A marketing genius.
Actually. Yes, I agree with that.
That's going to materialize and help them build the Pink Up season 2.
Yes, I think so.
Well, rumor has it, because it's supposed to be season 2, we get more into their backstories.
Yep.
Her reasoning for staying with him is because she wants light-skinned kids with good hair. Allegedly, that's the part of her backstory.
Oh, see, but that's what I love about the show is that they
could have had that with Diamond.
Real shit.
But actually, but that speaks to her vainness, because like you said earlier, all she has is these good looks, and she thinks that that's going to procreate or bring forth.
Yeah.
Children.
But it's sad because
but that's
dark, and she's gorgeous, and she thinks she has to procreate with a white person.
Yeah.
So she's trying to give her children a life better than hers.
She thinks that's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it also I think speaks that whether that's true or not, we'll find out. But I also think her thinking all she has is her good looks and yada yada. It speaks to why she stays with this dude, right? Like she's got a lot of insecurities, deep-seated ones, obviously, and it speaks to the relationship she's in, probably the profession she's in. And everything else about her. So I don't think she's not intelligent. I think she's just, and her backstory might tell more. She's fucked up. Like,
I think she's fucked up.
So,
deeply.
Don't be shooting rocks in Mississippi. I'm gonna tell you who I don't like in this motherfucker. Autumn. She sucks. She ain't interesting at all.
Oh, I co-sign that. I agree.
Other than when she's naked. Other than that, she's the worst character on the show. They built this around her.
I agree.
I can't disagree. I can't disagree. She's staple, and so I'm okay with her because she's staple, and I'm neutral with her. But I can't hate on what you're saying.
Oh, and let me ask y'all this while we're talking about it. Since I got two light-skinned girls on here. And Nicole, you ain't all that dark, so I'm gonna put you in this.
I am dark browns.
You're honey brown. I give you that. Light-skinned girls get over because her dancing is awful too. Let's put that out there too. Wow.
She is.
Uncle Cliff even said it. He said, "Oh, light-skinned bitches ain't even got to work hard."
She's terrible.
She's terrible. Yeah, she's terrible.
And that was now she got up on that Mercedes pole.
You tried.
That's off my pole.
Right.
Terrible.
Right. She's terrible.
That was hilarious.
Good
terrible. Yeah. Now I do think her looks get her over, but also remember about the variety at the Pank. We got whatever you want. You want a redhead bitch, a light-skinned bitch, dark-skinned bitch, or this year here, Lil Murder. But they gotta have some variety. And I think that when she puts on like that blonde wig, I think that she has a look, regardless of complexion, she kind of has a look that goes with that fantasy, could be anything, anybody kind of thing, which, strangely enough, in modeling, acting, and stripping, a nondescript kind of look is what's preferable, you know, that you're not, so.
You look like Drea from Basketball Wives. That's what you look like.
Can we talk about what Uncle Clifford turned around and he had on her blonde wig when Dre thought he was coming to see her? And Uncle Clifford turned around.
He was posed up to
right on that chair. Yeah.
Leg cocked up.
Yeah.
Oh, this random as hell, but so is all the rest of this. What about that Sleeping Beauty shit?
Oh, well.
I was like, that's a thing? Like, we just throwing money on to watch a bitch sleep? I was like, they got that on OnlyFans? Like, can I translate that to real, like, can I get paid while I sleep? Like, can I put a camera on that shit? What
yeah.
working with?
Yeah.
For real,
yes. Absolutely. Motherfuckers will pay hard earned cash to watch you sleep, girl. Especially if you're wearing this little lacy thing you got on right there. Are you crazy?
Don't have me find no new pandemic business shit. Talk about make money while you sleep. I make money while I sleep.
Literally.
But we ain't gonna talk about Big L. I love Big L.
Oh, Big L.
I love Big L too. He is the OG. He's like the dad.
Oh,
he's the dad.
Dude, Rocco, he's from here.
Yeah, he's the daddy.
He's from the shop?
Yeah, he's from here. Yeah.
Okay. No, I like him. He don't get enough screen time. I like him.
Clifford, the mom of the pink. He's the daddy.
Your daddy.
Right.
He the daddy. Now I don't remember, but what took his attention at the end in the last episode when he went away?
He's working with the
drug
man to sell drugs.
Boyfriend.
To move drugs. So he came to show him the shipment and all that.
He needs more money for his family.
Yeah, got it.
Shit, he need more money because he thought the pink was about to close.
Remember her friends gave him that necklace too? It was like, get the
yeah. Okay.
And I'm just a little, help me understand. Mercedes' client, the coach, how he gonna move Mercedes to Memphis and he got a whole wife and family? How does that work?
He said his wife know about it.
And he said it doesn't matter, you're gonna be taken care of.
Oh, okay.
So who's going? Raise your hand. Who's going? Who's going? Raise your hand.
Not going.
Wait. See
how high that hand went up.
It's to get out of Chuckalissa, right?
If you're Mercedes, are you
But
going?
he want to take her to Memphis.
Memphis is a big city compared to Chuckalissa.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Come on.
It's gonna be, what other job skills does she have? Just if she wants to do something, she can't open a gym. It's a heavy competition there.
Right.
Back on the pole.
But well, right, because he really want to bring her on the pole to Memphis. That's what he was wanting.
He wanted to keep
So she got this nigga, and then she got the other nigga who could put his house arrest bracelet on the fat boy at home.
Fat boy funny too, actually. Fat boy funny. Right. These are options though, right? She got the nigga on house arrest, and she got obviously a coach making some bank that's gonna move her to the big city and put her up on a condo on the river.
And then there's her mama stealing all her shit. Like, you know, I mean, these options don't sound as bad when that's what she got to work with.
Time's hard, I tell you.
Or you can stay at the paint. Or you can stay at the paint.
Oh, wait, but okay. Can we just say one time for feeling bad that Mercedes literally never got to do her last dance though? Like never, still,
ever.
Still.
And with that outfit. With that outfit
or the next fucking outfit. She didn't get to have no last dance ever.
Because it ain't the last day. Ain't never gonna be the last dance.
Maybe that's the message. Ain't no last dance.
Ain't
So
no last dance.
she can't officially retire because she didn't have a last dance. So in season 2, she can dance some more with us. Maybe that's it.
So
is that time to go?
No, that was phone ring. Sorry. That's a good question though. It is almost that time. We're about at an hour. Next season, what are you looking forward to? Jatan.
What am I looking forward to? The backstory. I honestly want to know 2 more about Martavius, which was Autumn Haley's man.
Oh, they were killed.
Yeah, I want to know her backstory and his backstory because I want to know how they acquired all this money. What really went down? What was their life like? Because that'll help us understand Autumn, so she won't be the least liked character too.
Martavius was definitely illegal.
He was definitely into some shenanigans, but I want to know exactly what they were.
And he seems like he's part of some larger organization as well, so his death won't go like somebody's coming to look for him. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I need to know more about Mercedes and Patrice and the whole thing with like Mercedes' daughter Terica.
Yes, I want to know all of that.
Terica and Shell. I need that too because Shell knew, you know, and she took basically her husband's fat piece of child in. So
which is a huge thing for her to have done and be trying to keep her on the straight and narrow. And I mean, that dancing, that particular kind of dancing does make you very hypersexual and very hyper beauty focused. And I mean, we see the proof of that in our, you know, people's. And so, yeah, I think that's a big one. So all of that, what you said, for me, I'm looking for I want to see what they do, what the Pank come back looking like with new investment. Well, not because they can spend all that money just to get it. I don't know if they can upgrade it, where that money coming from. But I feel like there's going to be something that's new about the look, something that's upgraded in the environment. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to seeing Autumn and Uncle Clifford because she just went from a scrub to an owner.
She's a partner.
She's a partner now. And so I feel like there was enough loyalty built between everybody that I don't think it's going to be contentious, but I think it's going to be good and interesting.
I think it's going to be contentious. Uncle Clifford, right, he ain't used to running shit past nobody. That's not how he operate.
That's true. But she saved his ass.
I'm looking forward. I want to know more of Sadie's backstory. Like, did your mama pimp you out? Because it was clear that this not only was this guy married, but he was older than you. And it appears that maybe he was a professional athlete as well. So was your mama a former streetwalker because she had a drug problem? Did she pimp you out? So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to what's next for Andre. Because God Daddy mad at you. You pretty much, your wife is mad at you.
You divorced.
Yeah. And, you know, do you and Autumn really have a future?
Man.
There's a lot of business-minded people. Really it is. So, season 2. Yeah.
I'm here for it. I can't wait.
I'm looking forward to the new hoes. The Pink got to have some new hoes, so I'm looking forward to the new hoes.
They do need some new ones.
You know what? I see that happening too. I see like Mercedes kind of taking like a management or something type of role or something, overseer, you know, and they getting new girls in.
Yeah, because they gotta have a new batch.
I don't want to see the girl that stank up the bathroom. Get her out of there. She got to go.
Wayne girl.
And don't forget,
don't
forget the first hoe Uncle Clifford graduated. She worked for the mayor.
Yeah,
that's right.
I know that. The first hoe I graduated. I was like, oh.
Hey, y'all, this was fun. Thanks for doing it with me. I appreciate it. My rookies, my neophytes came in and crushed it, man. Everybody's loving y'all in the comments. That's what's up. Hey, tune in tomorrow. I'm doing the Blackboard. We're having a multi-pronged conversation at 6 o'clock. But the main focus will be about relationships between parents and their older children. Does it make sense for us to be sending our kids out right into the world when they graduate college? Should they be able to stay home, save money so they can buy their own home, blah, blah, blah. Talk about generational wealth and how we differ from some of our counterparts in other races. And then tune in Wednesday for the next episode of the In the Zone podcast. My plan is to have a few officers of the law come on and talk about everything that's happening in the world right now. I'm not sure if it's going to happen. I'm trying to twist some arms, but hopefully that'll happen and they can come on here and give out some honest opinions about all this upheaval and uprising and death and murder that are happening to our people out here in these streets. And they can give their perspective as officers of the peace. So anyway, have a good Saturday, y'all. See you tomorrow at 6 for the Blackboard. Love all three of y'all. Talk to you soon.
I'm going to have to go find a date to wear this sexy outfit to. I mean, anyway, nice to meet y'all. Bye.
Quick letter I, quick letter I, hump back, I see a baddie, I'm paying the rent. Look like an angel, yes, she had a cent. Taking it with me 100%.
Yeah.
They hit strength. Breaking the bank, I might get split. Throwing the bed and throwing the hits. Think on the low with a medical net. Little girl looking like she wanna be all white.